right, 75 hard, day 33? Is it 33? Or is it 32? Oh no. I think I forgot. I think it's 33. I started recording earlier, guys. I recorded my first workout and my second workout. I just finished this other one. First workout, second workout. I guess I had 3 workouts today, technically. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Today's the 33rd day. Jeez, guys. Welcome to Struggle Land over here. So today turned out good, but I am finding out a lot about my habits. Let me just put it this way. I'm finding out a lot about my habits. A lot of the things that I thought were maybe not the best of ideas are becoming obvious that they're maybe not the best of ideas. One of them is the C4. I don't know what is with that stuff. It works, but I think I don't know, I get way too irritable with it. It's not worth it for me right now. I had a little bit left and I tossed it from the one that I purchased the other day. I took less than a total of like 75 milligrams. I want to say if I said 75 milligrams for the whole day, that would be generous. I think it was, let me see, because it was already less than half, which half is 100 milligrams. It was already less than that, and I drank at least 2/3 of what was left, if not more. So yeah, maybe even 3/4 worth of what was left. I really wasn't measuring it because I was intending to drink the rest of it, but I was like, I know I'm not drinking that much. But I always overshoot just in case. It's possible. Maybe the stuff settles because I keep it for more than one day. But I just decided to toss the rest of it and pre-planned for tomorrow. I brewed some tea. I have some very strongly brewed green tea for the morning that I'll drink a little in the morning, kind of see how I feel, and then go from there. But I gotta switch that up because I cannot be in a mood like that all day long, every day. That is not gonna work for me. I got my new Capital One debit card in the mail, which is a Discover. I knew it was going to be Discover because I read the emails or whatever it was that I got that told me beforehand. Or maybe I saw it on the website. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't think much of it. And I activated it. And then I realized I can't transfer Chime or Venmo to Discover. Only to MasterCard and Visa. So I'm like, what the heck? Capital One, where I live, doesn't have any branches near me. The branches are, I think you can go to a credit union too, but I think it costs more or something. I don't really know. It depends, I guess, what you're trying to do. But I might switch banks. I don't know. I like it that it's free, but I think there's one in Santa Monica and one downtown, or in Hollywood or somewhere, two places that aren't right near me. Even if it was by LAX, that would be far because that's almost 30 minutes. A little less than 30 minutes, but almost 30 minutes. So if we were going to go past that, that would be insane. Just for the bank only. Like, it's not like I'm up there a lot, at all. So, I don't know, but, the day's pretty much over. I mostly got offline around 6 p.m. I was like, let me get off my phone for the most part. And then I was like, I want to listen to some music in the background. And I was trying to play it on my laptop, but through headphones. And I couldn't put on connect the headphones. I know they connect to the music software when I use ACO for All. I'm talking about Reason Studios, but I downloaded too much stuff, and I don't have any more free space, and then it crashed. I got an error that there was not enough space when I was downloading the software. So I'm just like, I don't, like, that was like 45 minutes or so after 6. So I just decided, let me just, listen to music on my phone. Sometime while I was still loading everything, I was listening to music on my phone by that point, because I just wanted it in headphones, but not really to be like on my phone or scrolling or anything like that. The texting, like I've mentioned, I don't really mind the texting. I'm really only texting like 2 or 3 people, and I don't really mind texting them. Like, they can text me all day. I don't really get bothered. And I only really check text when I feel like it, so yeah. But I'm excited for some stuff coming up. I took a lot of edibles. Probably wasn't the best idea, but I was not feeling great, I'll put it that way. I did treat myself to a little bit of sushi. I didn't finish the salad, and there was some tempura. I haven't determined yet if I'm eating shrimp. I don't know. I thought about it, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm following any kind of dietary restrictions. I really don't know how I feel about that. And the moon looks great. I have such an attraction to the moon. Not like, obviously not in like not like that or anything. But November 5th, so it hasn't even fully become, it's gonna be called the Beaver Moon? You gotta be kidding me. I don't know if I should listen to AI, man, or ABC News. Oh my gosh. The other day, AI said that there wasn't going to be daylight savings, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, how is there not going to be daylight savings? But yeah. An election day today, and yeah. Just that little bit with Discover card threw me pretty hard, and I'm not happy. With it was Capital One changing to Discover. I had some things I was planning to do, and I did not want to have to just, I don't know. It was like an inconvenience that I was like, I have this whole system that works for me, and now I've got to like create a new system. In the process of creating a lot of new systems right now. I'm not trying to create more systems, especially for the finances. It's like, that is fine. Just, I don't want to touch anything. It's fine the way it is. Because I transfer money a lot, and it just, I kind of like to divide my money and put it in places where I can do certain things out of certain places. So certain accounts are for certain things. Like groceries and gas are pretty much necessities. Or transportation in general. So even if I'm taking a bus or driving or anything for the car, anything at all, if it's like insurance, AAA, that kind of stuff, gas, it all comes out of one account. There's another account that is other stuff, like if I have subscriptions, like my gym membership, stuff like that, probably like Amazon Prime. I pay for something through Amazon Fresh. I don't know what it's called. I mean, that's mostly all I pay for as far as like subscriptions. And then like car insurance, that kind of thing. It comes out of the account for transportation. But it's kind of like I like my money spread out. Weird things happen with cards, especially when you need them. And I like my money just spread out and spending on the account that I know it's for. So it's easier for me to just be like, this is the account that I need to focus on, is only this one. Like once the money's in the certain places for like student loans or whatever, wherever the money is in, for it to be taken out of, I'm good, like I know how much money goes in each one and the money comes out and we're good to go. But now I'm like, okay, my little transferring money system is going to change because the main account that they're all between is no longer able to transfer, so to either one. So, and I use Novo as well, but it's more for like business, and I have a PayPal debit, but it's also a business debit card. So certain expenses go through those accounts. I really don't want to explain all the details. There's a lot of details, but anyways, I keep everything separated, and I have a system with it, and I don't like my systems messed with. And I've got some stuff I want to study tonight for fun. Let's see, let me log this stuff now while I'm talking about it. In the morning, I did a workout. Oh my gosh, did I break this down? I think I broke it down in the morning. It was Shotokan yoga. I've determined that with stretching, as long as I'm doing yoga, I'll count it towards my workout. Or there might be specific workouts that I'll count. I won't count just anything, just because I'm, stretching, but I don't want to include stretching anymore. I feel like it's not, I'm going to keep track of it, but I'm going to have to try to find a way to maybe balance it out, or say like every 5 minutes of stretching equals, or every 10 minutes of stretching, or 20 minutes of stretching equals 5 minutes of a workout or something. Like, I really don't think I'm burning enough calories stretching, but I have to do it so much, and it's kind of annoying that I have to do it the amount that I do just to be able to work out the amount that I do and do other things. But I am definitely sitting down a lot. Yesterday was pretty eye-opening. Today is another eye-opening day, and I don't know, man. Like, I started my morning out rough. I don't like when things are not the way that I expect them to be. I do not do well with that. I'm sharing time in the morning because the time changed, so now I'm sharing like a kitchen because the person who used to wake up later is now waking up early. So if I start a little bit later with my breakfast, even if it's 8:30 a.m., it's 9:30 for them, so they're already up. And I'm like, man, And I was actually going to wake up at 6:30 this morning, and I could have. I was awake, but I decided not to get going yet. And it just threw me. I was up, I heard other people up, and I was like, I don't like this. And then people were talking to me, and I was like, I don't like talking to people in the morning. But that's what was happening. So it was rough. I have my mornings, I just like them to be so particular. I really just like to be in my own headspace, and that's it. And for hours, I like hours of that. I don't like to be I don't like my thoughts interrupted right when I start waking up, walking out my bedroom door. Like it's too much for me. So, I do walk around with headphones on. I just have to sometimes. I'm like, I just gotta drown out everything. I don't want to listen to the news on the TV or whatever game somebody's playing in the background on their phone or whatever. It's not the noise level. It's the fact that there's something going on that I don't want to pay attention to. I just want to pay attention to what I'm doing and focus completely on what I'm cooking and what I'm doing for my exercising, and I'm kind of mentally going through my to-do list for the day and trying to make sure I'm like, okay, is this plate healthy? Is what I planned for lunch healthy? Is what I have for dinner going to be healthy? Or at least thinking about it and spending more brain power thinking about it rather than, talking and chit-chatting and, getting unfocused and taking super long to make stuff and not really focusing on what I'm making, or just trying to rush out of there because I just don't want to talk to somebody at the moment. That takes a lot of energy to kind of try to navigate that. But I think I do need my mornings to be particular because I didn't have a very particularly focused morning. So anyways, I got make this short. 48-minute indoor with Shotokan, 10 minutes yoga, 17 minutes, stretches for 20 minutes. Outdoor, I did walking for 25 minutes pretty much. Worked on some stretches with my legs. 45 minutes, is that what I said? Yeah, about 45 minutes. And then about a 129-minute... no, it wasn't 129 minutes. It was an hour and 29 minutes. So it was 89 minutes of just like a dancing workout. So those were my workouts today. And yeah, I'm happy with that. It cheered me up. I feel a lot better. But yeah, I'm gonna write in all my log stuff and then be done pretty much with my day. That was pretty much my day. Alright.